That night, when the door of the luxury apartment inside Islamabad's diplomatic enclave closed behind her, she had no idea she wasn't just entering a room. She was stepping into a world that would slowly destroy her. She lived in a tiny rented house in Islamabad. 6 people, one small home, peeling walls, an old noisy fan, and constant stress about money. Her father worked randomly. Some days he drove a bike taxi. Some days he stayed home doing nothing. Most of the household expenses were handled by her mother. Every morning, her mother went to Islamabad's diplomatic sector. She cleaned luxury homes, worked inside embassies, and spent her days around rich foreign families. At night, she rarely talked to her children, but while everyone pretended to sleep, she would call relatives in Faisalabad and whisper stories for hours. Stories about luxury houses, private parties, foreign men, and money. Those people spend dollars like paper. You should see their lifestyle. Even their dogs live better than us. The girl listened quietly from her bed every night, and slowly, those stories started changing something inside her. A few months later, she noticed her cousin changing too. The same simple girl who once wore cheap clothes was suddenly carrying an iPhone, wearing branded dresses, using expensive perfume, and arriving in luxury cars. Her cousin constantly talked about late-night parties in Islamabad. Last night's farmhouse party was insane. You've never seen cars like that. There are powerful people there. Her mother never stopped her. Sometimes she even smiled while listening. Smart girls move ahead quickly these days. That sentence stayed in her mind. One evening, her cousin smiled at her. You should come with me sometime. You're always stuck inside this boring house. At first, she hesitated, but curiosity had already started growing inside her. A few days later, she attended her first private party. Dim lights, soft English music, expensive perfume in the air, luxury cars outside, and people who looked like they belonged to another world. She felt nervous the entire time. Then her cousin brought a man toward her. Gray beard, luxury watch, calm confidence. The kind of confidence only powerful men have. This is Malik Gibran. He sat beside her quietly. First time here? She smiled nervously. Her heartbeat became faster. After a while, he returned with 2 glasses of wine. She immediately panicked. I've never had this before. Malik smiled softly. Relax. It's just a taste. Her cousin laughed. Don't act so innocent. She slowly took the glass. The first sip felt strange. But a few minutes later, everything started feeling softer. The music, the lights, the atmosphere. And for the first time in her life, she forgot about her small house, her family problems, and her poverty. Hours later, people slowly started leaving the party. She was walking toward the exit with her cousin when Malik called her from behind. Excuse me. She stopped. He walked closer, then smiled softly. Can I have your number? Before she could answer, her cousin laughed. She doesn't even have her own phone. She uses her mother's phone. For a few seconds, there was silence. She felt humiliated, poor, small. Malik looked at her quietly, then handed his black card to her cousin. If she ever gets her own phone, tell her to text me. That night, she couldn't stop thinking about him, about the wine, the lights, and the way he looked at her. A few days later, her cousin suddenly came to her house. Hurry up, get ready. We're going out for dinner. She looked confused. With who? Her cousin smiled. Surprise. A little while later, they arrived at a luxury restaurant in E7. Soft music, golden lights, expensive cars outside. But the moment she entered, The smile disappeared from her face. The dinner host was Malik Gibran. He stood up the moment he saw her, and throughout the dinner, he barely looked at anyone else. "What do you want to eat? Are you comfortable? You look beautiful tonight." She had never received this kind of attention before. After dinner, Malik said, "I'll drop both of you home." They sat inside his black Prado. First, he dropped her cousin. Then the car started moving toward her street. The roads of Islamabad were quiet. Soft English music was playing inside the car. Then, slowly, Malik held her hand. A chill ran through her body. She stayed silent. Later, before she stepped out of the car, Malik handed her a luxury shopping bag. "There's something for you inside." She looked nervous. "You didn't have to do this." Malik smiled softly. "I like seeing you happy." That night, she quietly entered her room, but her mother was still awake. The moment she opened the shopping bag, her mother walked inside the room. Inside were luxury dresses, heels, perfume, and expensive makeup. Her mother's eyes widened. "Oh my God!" Then, at the bottom of the bag, she found a white envelope. Inside was cash, nearly 60,000 rupees. Shock, happiness, and greed slowly appeared on her mother's face. Her daughter silently handed her the money. Her mother took it immediately, then picked up 2 dresses and smiled. "These will fit me perfectly." Her mother had always maintained herself carefully. Slim body, styled hair, confident appearance. Sometimes people even mistook them for sisters. A few nights later, she inserted a new SIM card into the phone Malik had secretly sent for her. The moment the phone turned on, a message appeared. "Reached home?" Then another one. "You looked beautiful tonight." That night, they talked until 4 a.m. Over time, the conversations became deeper. Late-night calls, voice notes, compliments, attention. For the first time, she felt important, special. Then one evening, Malik texted her, "Are you free tonight?" A few seconds later, "I want to see you." That night, a black Prado stopped outside her street again. His driver had come to pick her up. This time, she didn't go to a restaurant. She went to Malik's house. Soft lights, expensive furniture, complete silence. Just the two of them. That night, after wine and promises, the final boundary between them disappeared. At first, she hesitated. "This doesn't feel right." But Malik held her hand and whispered, "Don't worry, I'll always take care of you." And she believed him. For the next 5 or 6 months, Malik became her entire world. Monthly cash, luxury shopping, expensive gifts, attention. Meanwhile, her family's lifestyle slowly started changing too. A new fridge, a new LED TV, better clothes, and her mother started openly encouraging her. "Men like Malik Gibran don't come twice. Be smart. These people can change your entire life." Then one night, Malik invited her to another private gathering. She wore the black dress he had gifted her, but something felt different that night. His attention wasn't on her anymore. He kept looking toward another girl. Young, beautiful, nervous, exactly like she once was. That was the moment. She realized something terrifying. She had never been special. She was simply the current girl. And now, someone new had arrived. After that night, everything slowly changed. Replies became late. Calls became shorter. Then suddenly, they stopped completely. One morning, her phone's internet stopped working. At first, she thought it was a network issue. Then she realized the SIM card hadn't been recharged. And, for the first time in months, she understood something painful. She couldn't even afford her own phone bill anymore. The monthly money stopped. The shopping stopped. The attention disappeared. Then, one day, Her mother looked at her coldly and said, "Don't worry. If Malik is gone, someone else will come. I still know people inside diplomatic circles. You'll find another one." She stared at her mother in complete shock. And, for the first time, she realized something heartbreaking. Her mother had never tried to save her. She had slowly pushed her deeper into that world. The expensive dresses were still there. The iPhone was still there. The makeup was still there. But none of it made her happy anymore. Only emptiness remained. And finally, she understood the truth. Shortcuts never build real success. The luxury that comes easily can disappear just as easily. For a few months, money may hide poverty, but it can quietly destroy peace, self-respect, and innocence forever. And the most painful part of all, she wasn't destroyed by an enemy. She was destroyed by the greed inside her own home.